My name is Anthony, and today I'd like to introduce you to the terminal. The best way to think of the terminal is like Bloomberg for cryptocurrencies. It is an informational and analytical platform with trading functionality that provides access to over 40 exchanges worldwide, with over 500 tokens listed on that platform and over 1,000 trading pairs available on it. How many of you felt basically bombarded by the immense amount of information out there that exists today in the social media, in just traditional media, the news, the exchanges, the ICO trackers, mining calculators, and all this stuff that's just, it's in your head, you can't filter it out, you can't just understand what's going on. And this is why we decided to build a platform that aggregates all of that information together, and we call that platform the terminal. The problems that we're trying to solve is that today, the solution which aggregates trading, analytics, and research in this crypto world just doesn't exist. There is no Reuters and Bloomberg of cryptocurrencies today, so we started building one. Today, if you trade, you go to a cryptocurrency exchange. If you read the news, you go to 4 o'clock, CoinDesk, and the rest of them. And there are so many questions that remain unanswered. There are no resources that provide in-depth analytics of the blockchain, analytics of stuff that we are feeding from exchanges directly, and analytics of the internet traffic related to the crypto world. I'd like to share a story with you, actually sort of why I ended up on this stage. In early 2017, I became very interested in the world of cryptocurrencies. And had I not listened to Warren Buffett, I would have probably been a much richer man today, because the positions I took, the long positions, they were not big enough. I have a trading background. I worked for the largest institutions in the world. I worked for the largest interdealer broker called ICAP, which provides about 60% of world's forex liquidity to this day. And soon enough, I had a portfolio of cryptocurrencies spread across different exchanges, and I tried to make money on that. And what I found was that this market was incredibly inefficient, immature, and there was so much money to be made, and there's so much stuff that you can build around that. In my experience, most of my decisions that I made since the beginning, as I started trading roughly in about June 2017, most of them were backed up not by logic, sense, or insider trading or whatever that may be, but literally by FUD, which is fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Also greed, and just generally basically nonsense, the hype. The market was just overhyped. It was impossible to ignore it. And we wanted to do something about it. So available today, we're launching Terminal on the 17th of April here at World Blockchain Forum, and we're introducing some of our proprietary screens for you to browse live. Now, Terminal, at the moment, is an informational platform only, even though technically we can provide trading capability on this day. The reason we are not providing trading functionality in the first couple of months, well, actually several reasons. Number one is legal reason, and number two, this is the most important reason, is that it's only been developed, the terminal has been developed over the last 4.5 months. So still a very young platform. We want to make sure that we test everything out in a way that will not mean that we get discredited in the future by our users. That's not what we want to do. So today we're introducing 6 screens, Actually, it should be 8 screens, but because we submitted the presentation earlier, I couldn't get them on here. So screen number 1 is the trading interface. We believe we figured out quite a well-designed interface that connects you to over 40 exchanges worldwide in Korea, Japan, US, Europe, and other markets. We provide you with live arbitrage opportunities that exist between those exchanges, cross-coin, which I think at the moment nobody provides out there. Even our most sort of close competitors that do have a product today, they provide arbitrage in a way that is not easy to use. So we have actually 2 screens. We show you arbitrage for all pairs, having analyzed all the exchanges out there, and we also show you a single pair arbitrage where you can choose a pair that you track, and you'll see live arbitrage opportunities in that particular pair across all cryptocurrency exchanges listed on our platform. Also, we'll be providing things like market snapshots with market heat. That's all available now. You can log in right now through our website and see it for yourself. Now, I want to be absolutely clear about one thing. I'm not pretending that we built a Bloomberg in the last 4.5 months. That would have been impossible. What I'm saying is, we've started building a product that we hope will become the Bloomberg of crypto in the years going forward. We have a lot of things planned for you in the pipeline. We're introducing interactive charts, which is a graphics engine, a proprietary graphics engine developed by us because we don't want to use third-party providers like TradingView, like most exchanges and analytics platforms use out there. We want to give ourselves flexibility to do anything we want with it because there's so much information you can visualize and help yourself to make trading decisions that it just doesn't make sense to use somebody else. So we developed it ourselves in this short period of time. We'll provide market screens, market snapshots. We'll track cryptocurrency indices. We will provide you with research and analytical tools that ultimately will help you make better trading decisions. On top of that, we're working on something pretty cool, I think. We want to introduce terminal chat. It's like Bloomberg chat, but better. The chat we're developing is going to be multi-language, which is something that most current chat platforms don't provide. What I'm saying is, I speak several languages, for example. I speak Russian and English. Now, most projects out there set up different chats for different people. What we want to do is we want to bring them all together in one chat. If you're Korean, you get all the messages that I write and other 1,000 people write in your language. We want to have an international crew because cryptocurrencies don't know borders, and it's a very global market. In fact, I think it's going to be the most global market out there. That's why we want to give you an opportunity to talk to anybody out there in the world in your own language inside the terminal. Another thing, cool thing that we're introducing as well is the Universal Blockchain Explorer. Now, what I found when I did my own trading is that for any currency out there, like Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ripple, etc., you always go to all these different blockchain explorers out there to find out information about that wallet ID or a transaction ID. Now, we don't want that. We want one field. You type in your transaction ID or wallet address, no matter which blockchain it's from, the system will automatically recognize which blockchain it's from and provide you with everything on that screen automatically. That's also, I think, not provided by any platform today. We want to aggregate ICO trackers on our platform as well. We want Terminal to be the go-to place when you want to find out something about the crypto world. We have a news aggregator pulling stuff from a lot of different content providers out there worldwide in different languages. Now, at the moment, Terminal's launching in English only, but we are planning to add about 10 languages in the months to come. All the content will be provided to local people in local language. I'd like to give you several examples and use cases of the terminal that I think are most important and I think not provided by anybody today out there. Let's go back in time. August 2017. Between the 1st of August and the 20th of August, we had massive impact on the Bitcoin price and the price of Bitcoin Cash because of the fork, the hard fork that was going on between the Bitcoin and the Bitcoin Cash. So during the fork, the number of outstanding transactions in the main Bitcoin blockchain has been rapidly increasing through the roof, okay? Now, at the same time, the price of Bitcoin Cash was increasing as well. Now, these are all things that we can just view sort of post-event, right? But I want to understand what's under the bonnet, right? Under the bonnet, what was actually happening, we witnessed redistribution of global mining powers from Bitcoin to Bitcoin Cash. Because at the time, it was more profitable for miners to actually mine Bitcoin Cash rather than Bitcoin. And that's what was going on. So this is the kind of analytics that we want to provide to you in real time, and not just one currency. We want to do it for all all top currencies. But we'll start with Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. Thing number 2. Imagine you want to know what's happening in a certain pair or a coin, but not on the exchange that you're trading on, but globally. That is not provided by anybody today. There's no aggregator that shows you what's going on in a certain cryptocurrency pair across the globe. The exchanges provided and listed on our platform ultimately will cover about 70 to 80% of worldwide liquidity, which will mean that the stuff that you use the terminal for to do your research will be very actual and very meaningful. And lastly, about 2 weeks ago, we partnered with the biggest company in the world that provides internet data analytics in the US called SimilarWeb, and we'll be using their services to make your experience of the terminal even better. An average user doesn't know which exchange is good or bad. An average user doesn't know which sources they should use for their trading and to make their trading decisions. We will help them do this because we'll analyze social media, we'll analyze internet traffic data to rank, for example, cryptocurrency exchanges by world traffic. We'll rank news content providers by world traffic, in local languages by geographical split, etc., etc. So things like that. Stuff like this, later on, we will use to algorithmically provide you with market sentiment for certain coins and pairs in the market, but because ultimately that's what's going to matter. We're going to use all of this data, so in-depth blockchain analysis, exchange data analysis, and internet traffic analysis using SimilarWeb to give you all the tools required to make good trading decisions. I just want to briefly touch on a few facts that I find quite fascinating. Did you know that 4 out of top 10 websites in the world by internet traffic worldwide are now crypto sites? Poloniex, CryptoCompare, CoinMarketCap, and TradingView between them shared over 550 million visitors in January 2018 alone. Of them, the absolute leader was CoinMarketCap with 380 million hits. Institutional investors come in. There's a quote that I particularly like by Mike Novogratz. The herd is coming, I can hear them. We also can hear them. I'd like to finish off with a famous quote that has become a credo of my own. Vision without execution is hallucination. That's why we decided to just get on our asses and build this platform. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Anthony, and this was The Terminal. Thank you.